Take a moment. Look back at the last 5 years. The world changed faster than any of us expected. We faced uncertainty, confusion, pressure, and transformation all at once. But even in the hardest moments, you didn't break. You evolved. 2021 taught you uncertainty. 2022 taught you adaptation. 2023 taught you reinvention. 2024 taught you acceleration. 2025 taught you realization. And now, 2026 arrives as the year of clarity. The year humanity stops reacting and starts creating. This year, your mindset sharpens, your confidence returns, your purpose awakens. Your dreams no longer wait, they demand action. 2026 is not another chapter, it is a turning point. Emotionally, you grow. Socially, you connect. Technologically, you advance. Individually, you rise. The world is moving forward again, and so will you. With courage, with vision, with intention. Because 2021 to 2025 prepared you. But 2026 will transform you. Welcome to 2026, the year everything becomes possible again. The year you reclaim your power. The year you begin your comeback story. Take a deep breath. Now, step back, not just from today, but from the last 5 years. Look at the world we lived through. From 2021 to 2025, we survived the unpredictable. We walked through uncertainty, confusion, global tensions, economic turbulence, digital explosions, emotional ups and downs, and a pace of change faster than anything humanity had ever experienced. For 5 long years, the world lived in reactive mode. People were more tired than they admitted, more overwhelmed than they expressed, and more changed than they even realized. We lived between caution and hope, between fear and adaptation, between survival and reinvention. And yet, even in silence, even in frustration, something remarkable happened. The world didn't break. The world evolved, and so did you. But now, as a new year rises, 2026 is not asking us to survive anymore. It is inviting us to begin again. This is the year where the dust settles, where the future becomes clearer, and where humanity steps from reaction into creation. The shift from survival to purpose. The last 5 years taught us how fragile the world can feel, but also how resilient we truly are. 2021 taught us uncertainty. 2022 taught us adaptation. 2023 taught us reinvention. 2024 taught us acceleration. 2025 taught us realization. And now 2026 emerges with the simple truth. This is the first year in half a decade where we move forward with intention, not hesitation. Emotionally, people feel different. Socially, the world feels different. Technologically, the future feels different. Because the last 5 years weren't just events. They were a training ground, a preparation, a reset, a transformation disguised as chaos. And now, the results are finally showing. In 2026, clarity replaces confusion. Courage replaces exhaustion. Vision replaces frustration. Purpose replaces survival. This year is not just another number in the calendar. It is the first chapter of a world that understands itself better than ever before. Emotional transformation, the return of human confidence. For half a decade, emotional life around the world was defined by uncertainty, fatigue, burnout, overthinking, hesitation, and constant adaptation. People were mentally juggling more than any generation before them. But 2026 is the year emotional landscapes shift dramatically. Why? Because people have finally caught up with the speed of change. In 2026, mindset becomes sharper. People are thinking more clearly, making decisions quicker, trusting their instincts again. Anxiety turns into action, not recklessness, but boldness, the kind of boldness that comes from understanding what's possible. Self-worth rises. People are no longer ashamed of starting over. In 2026, starting over becomes a strength, not a failure. Emotional intelligence becomes a global priority. Schools teach it, workplaces embrace it, individuals practice it. Relationships improve because communication improves. People reconnect with ambition. The last 5 years paused dreams. 2026 presses play. We enter the year with a collective emotional upgrade. More mature, more stable, more aware, more driven. 2026 is not the year of escaping emotions. It is the year of mastering them. Social transformation, a new global mindset. The world of 2026 is socially different in ways that are subtle yet powerful. From 2021 to 2025, societies learned hard lessons: how fragile connection can be, how misinformation affects behavior, how division weakens progress, how loneliness impacts mental health, how communities break and rebuild. But 2026 is the year humanity becomes more socially intelligent. Here's what changes. People value real connection again. After years of digital overload, face-to-face communication becomes desirable. Friendships deepen, families reconnect, communities rebuild. Collaboration replaces competition. Professionals realize that partnerships grow faster than rivalry. Creators team up. Businesses merge talents. Countries share technologies. Social kindness rises. The last 5 years softened people. They understand struggle better. Empathy levels rise. Patience becomes more common. Youth becomes more influential. They are more informed, more creative, more globally aware. Their voices matter. Their ideas reshape industries. The world becomes less materialistic. Experiences matter more than possessions. People want time, not just money. Growth, not just status. Cultural blending accelerates. Music, fashion, design, languages, everything becomes globally integrated. The world feels smaller, but possibilities feel bigger. 2026 is the year the world starts acting like a connected civilization, not separated islands. Technological transformation, a future we are ready for. If the last 5 years were a technological explosion, 2026 is the year humanity finally learns how to use that explosion the right way. We no longer feel threatened by technology. We feel empowered by it. Here is what shifts technologically in 2026. Technology becomes human-centric. Tools are designed around people, not people around tools. AI becomes normal, but controlled. People know how to use AI without losing creativity, identity, or privacy. AI becomes a partner, not a threat. Automation frees human potential. Repetitive tasks decline. Creative tasks rise. People finally get time to think, build, and innovate. Education transforms completely. Personalized learning, skill-based progress, global access. Every person becomes capable of learning at their own speed. Healthcare becomes smarter. Preventative systems, early diagnostics, remote monitoring. People live longer, healthier, more informed lives. Digital careers become the new normal. Creators, developers, designers, consultants, everyone can build income from home, from anywhere, at any age. Innovation becomes affordable. Tech is no longer for the elite. It becomes accessible, spreadable, democratized. 2026 is not a year where robots take over. It is the year where humans take control back. Individual transformation, the most important shift of all. But the biggest transformation of 2026 is not emotional, not social, not technological. It is individual. For the first time in years, people truly believe, I can change my life. That belief, that spark has been missing, but now it returns. Here's why 2026 is the year individuals break limits. People understand themselves better. After years of reflection, they know what they want and what they don't. Personal discipline strengthens. People are tired of procrastinating. They're hungry for results. Consistency becomes a lifestyle. Opportunities explode. Work, business, learning, creativity, everyone can start something and grow it. Identity becomes customizable at any age. No permission needed. Confidence rises globally. The world understands uncertainty now, and because of this understanding, fear loses its power. People choose progress over perfection. They start, they try, they fail, they grow. 2026 becomes the year of personal revolutions. Why will 2026 be different from the last 5 years? Because the last 5 years were about preparation. This year is about execution. Because the last 5 years exposed weaknesses. This year strengthens them. Because the last 5 years were unpredictable. This year becomes strategic. Because the last 5 years were reactive. This year is proactive. Because the last 5 years drained energy. This year restores it. Because the last 5 years built resilience. This year uses it. Because the last 5 years changed the world. This year empowers you to change with it. 2026 isn't promising that everything will be perfect. It is promising that everything will be possible. The call to action, your personal 2026. This is where your story begins. Not next month, not next week, not someday, not when things settle down. Now, today, this year, 2026. The world has changed, but so have you.